Good evening. Happy evening to all of you. And hearty welcome to a wonderful session on this Tuesday evening. Um, as you know, for quite some time, I was not doing any live sessions, mainly because I was quite busy with the World Biohack Summit, which happened in Dubai and on May 30th, 31st. And then after that, I had some other travel. So that's why I couldn't do many lives. And now onwards, I'm going to be regular, especially with this kind of a series of information, what I'm going to provide. I'm going to share through the various platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. And these, because these informations, what I'm going to share over a period of time, like every Tuesday, I'm planning to come over and talk to you about a new information, a revolutionary, breakthrough information with all of you. And every Tuesday in three different languages I'm planning, because the information is not just a kind of motivational stuff what I'm going to share with you. It's pure research based thing. Some of you must be knowing and some of you may not be knowing, but still I just want to give you a background how we came into this space of research. Since 2018 we have been working, especially I've been totally focused on the space of personalized health. Personalized health is the fastest growing, fastest moving space right now in the healthcare industry. Healthcare industry as such is growing. Definitely, there's no doubt. You can see the big hospitals coming up in the different newer pharmaceutical companies coming up. The kind of share price of pharma companies going up. They're all indications of healthcare industry going. But most of the time, when we talk about healthcare industry, what comes in our mind is all about hospitals, doctors, pharma, clinics, X-ray centers, scan centers, and all those things. That's why the well-known U.S. economist Paul St. Pilzer stated that he made a statement that healthcare is a misnomer. You have to rename that as a sickness industry, because most of the things which contribute to the healthcare industry are actually contributing to disease or sickness. So that is where in way back in 2000 he was talking about the wellness industry, and right now we know that wellness industry is really absolutely in a powerful state where you can see so many fitness centers all around. You can see so many nutritional supplement companies in India alone. The nutraceutical industry is $5.8 billion. That's huge. Now Deloitte, the consulting firms in the world, Deloitte has come out with a phenomenal paper which is publicly accessible. It's called The Future of Health, where they are talking about the present situation of preventive health and the way the healthcare industry is going to change. At present, the preventive health is only 20% of the healthcare industry, which will be more than 60%, will contribute more than 60% by 2040. So an industry, a big healthcare industry, out of which 20% is being contributed by preventive health, which is going to grow to more than 60% by 2040. So that means I don't require to tell you that a lot of things are going to change. Even new professions are going to be born, new businesses are going to come out, and a lot of things are going to happen. Now, along with the preventive health, the thing which is going to grow faster and faster is going to be personalized health. Why? Because since 2000, we have been hearing about wellness. And people have started going to gyms and fitness centers, yoga studios, yoga sessions, meditation. People are consuming nutritional supplements. Some people are getting results. Some people are not getting results. Celebrities are collapsing in the gym floor and dying. And at the same time, some people are getting results. So as we go deeper into the subject of wellness, we realize that it's not that it's good for all. Any kind of fitness program is not going to work for all. Any kind of diet plan is not going to work for all. Some people are getting their weight reduced when they are on keto diet, and the other people are actually some other people are getting that kidney damaged. So that means one man's food can be another man's poison. People are realizing it. And that is the time people are looking for options like, what can be the best option for me? How can I personalize my diet plan? How can I personalize my fitness plan? How can I personalize my meditation, yoga? People talk about personalization, they ask people to fill up a questionnaire. In many of the supplement selling companies, you can see, ask a questionnaire and I'll create you a personalized supplementation. But those are not scientific. The most scientific way of personalizing your health, personalizing your diet plan, personalizing your fitness plan is getting your genetic profile and also metabolic profile and understand both, and then create a personalized health plan for you. That's exactly we have been doing since 2019, and we have been doing the most comprehensive genetic profiling, whereby genetic testing, whereby we take 2 ml of your saliva, and from there your DNA is extracted, and from the DNA 275 health conditions are being decoded. So you come to know about the kind of diseases for which you carry a higher risk. You come to know about the kind of minerals and vitamins which are not responding, or how your cells or how your body is responding to various vitamins and minerals. You come to know about the various different types of medicines which works for you and which works against you. And if it is just about, there are lots of genetic testing companies where people do the genetic testing to identify the risk factors. I don't believe in I don't think that's a great idea, because just to understand which all diseases for which I carry high risk, why should I know about that? you know I carry high risk for coronary artery disease. That, and because my father passed away because of coronary artery disease, and when I did my genetic test, I that's very much there. But that's for that I don't require to do a genetic testing. I know it because my father died because of that. I want to know the trigger. What was the trigger? Because till the age of 48 he was absolutely healthy. I am right now, I believe that I am healthy. I have till now no problem. So, what was the trigger which made that gene, which is responsible for coronary artery disease, express in my dad's life at the age of 48? If I know the trigger, and if it is the same trigger which is applicable to me, then I can avoid that trigger and I can live healthy and happy. That's exactly what we have been doing in something called EPLIMO, epigenetic lifestyle modification. So, what we do is that we do this genetic testing and also the metabolic analysis, and we combine both this using artificial intelligence. We use something called the correlation program, and we do correlate all the different conditions and come out with a highly personalized lifestyle modification program, which includes a highly personalized diet plan, highly personalized what to eat, what not to eat, what kind of vegetables work for you, what kind of vegetables can work against you. Do you know that broccoli is considered to be a very healthy vegetable? But at the same time, for some people, it works negative. You know, what kind of exercise suits you? Cardio, is it suiting you? HIIT, high intensity interval training, is it really suiting you, or is it really destroying your heart? All those information you get, and based on that a personalized lifestyle modification program is created. We provide a genetic counseling based on that, and also we attach you with a lifestyle certified lifestyle coach, and this lifestyle coach take you through the entire process for a period of 3 months. That's called the EPLIMO program. That's a very unique program. Nobody else has got it. We have been doing this for the last 4 or 5 years, and about 7,000 plus happy clients. Now, coming to the point, what we are going to discuss today is, and along with these operations, we have been doing intense research. Based on the data we collect from the market, we do a lot of research. And we have a lot of content, a lot of data right now, in terms of research data. And it's amazing. And when we look at this data, we can see so many different correlations and why such diseases happen for which nobody has got any answers. Autoimmune disease, normally there is no treatment, only immunosuppressants are being given by doctors, because autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, celiac disease, lupus, these are all autoimmune disease. Reason, your own immunity working against you, there are no treatment. So suppress your immunity. And during COVID-19, many people died because their immunity was suppressed because they had an autoimmune disease. Now, how about identifying the trigger for that autoimmune disease? And if you can avoid the trigger, That's amazing thing which happened along with this epigenetic lifestyle modification program. So we come out with so many different conditions and the kind of triggers from our research. And one of such research finding I want to share with you. This is a report, a detailed report. I have compiled that into 4 or 5 slides. The report is about 100 plus pages. We have submitted that entire report to Honorable Governor of Kerala, and maybe the government may take some action or not, but still we thought we should make it public, mainly because this will be useful for some people, because this is connected to diabetes. And diabetes, as you know, is one of the major killers in the world. It's a slow killer. So here is the here is the finding. Keralites, this was a study done because our Eplimo operations is all over India. We are providing our service in 21 states. To know more about our Eplimo program, you can actually contact the number. You can note down the numbers, or you can visit the website. You can contact numbers and get more details. Now, coming to this program, coming to the research, we took this research. We only took samples from Kerala, about 100 samples, and we found that Keralites are genetically predisposed for type 2 diabetes, with a genetic risk for impaired insulin sensitivity and a high risk for magnesium deficiency. The trigger is magnesium deficiency. Now, what did we do? We have taken 100 samples, means 100 people's saliva, and we did the genetic testing, decoded. We did the metabolic assessment, did the correlation, all those things. Interestingly, out of the 100 people whose sample we collected, we found that 80% of them have got a higher risk for type 2 diabetes. 80% of them have got a higher risk for type 2 diabetes doesn't mean that they have type 2 diabetes. They have a higher risk. Out of which, I don't know, about 20-25% have already got it expressed. That means they are already diabetic. The rest are carrying the gene which can anytime express. The most interesting observation or shocking observation is that out of this 80%, that means 80 people, 85% has genetic predisposition risk of magnesium deficiency. We found that in their genetic report, it's written that low concentration of magnesium. That means that genetically their magnesium absorption power is low. Magnesium. What is magnesium? Magnesium is a mineral which you get from food. Normally, green leafy vegetables carry a lot of magnesium. There are many other sources, but green leafy vegetables is one best source of magnesium. But these are the people who have got genetically deprived, genetically low concentration. The genes which are responsible for absorbing and utilizing magnesium is not functioning. So what will happen? So that means 85% of the 80 people who are having high risk for type 2 diabetes have a low concentration of magnesium. So we could see a correlation. And then we wanted to verify that correlation with the globally published data. And there are so many globally published data available right now, which says that magnesium intake and incidence of metabolic syndrome among young adults. These are not our papers, the globally available papers. You can check it on the Google. Magnesium supplementation reduces development of diabetes in rat model. Serum magnesium levels as an indicator of status of diabetes mellitus. So there are enough papers published in the world which says that magnesium, lower levels of magnesium and type 2 diabetes have got a connection. Now we have proven it. And interestingly, what we have done is that the people who, out of this 80, people who got the type 2 diabetes expressed, that means they are already diseased, they are already patients, type 2 diabetes, we ask them to take some magnesium citrate. They can take any magnesium citrate available in the market, but we also have, VRoots has got magnesium citrate. You can see vroots.com, VIEROOTS, vroots.com. We have one of the most economical and highest quality magnesium citrate with some natural ingredients like moringa and all. Now, we could see some of them could even reduce the medicine they used to take. I'm not saying that may work every cases, but still, always keep one thing in mind. This is not a medical advice. I'm not a doctor. We're just sharing with you a research finding. That's all. If you have a specific health condition, you need to check with your medical doctor and then only take any decisions. Always keep this in mind. We are only talking about preventing these cases, but some cases where already the gene is expressed, or the person has already become diabetic, we have seen results happening. But of course, I always recommend that you should check with your medical doctor before taking such decisions. But still, this is the finding what I wanted to share with you. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is that there is a correlation between genetic risk for type 2 diabetes and lower concentrations of magnesium. So, having high concentrations of magnesium in your food is a very good idea. And magnesium, by the way, is a brilliant mineral. It enhances your sleep quality. It makes you relax. If you are exercising, if you do regular exercise, have magnesium and go exercise, you can see the difference in the exercise performance. It is actually works well with the muscles. It is brilliant for your guts. So it's a brilliant mineral. It's a macro mineral, by the way. Now, we have seen that especially people who are genetically deprived or genetically having low concentrations of magnesium will have to take a lot of green leafy vegetables and moringa and all those stuff to get it. It's not easy. That's why we strongly recommend for those people you go for supplementation. You know, there are many supplements available. We also have, but at the same time, there are other companies also having supplement. Good, go for good quality supplements. That's the most important thing, not the cheap ones. Cheap ones can never be good. Always keep this in mind. Okay, so I just want to share with you this research finding that there is a correlation between type 2 diabetes, high risk for type 2 diabetes, and also lower concentrations of magnesium. So magnesium is a very important mineral. Make sure that you are having enough magnesium in your food. If not, you have to supplement that so that at least you can get some kind of relief. That trigger. This is a trigger. Magnesium can be a trigger in many cases for type 2 diabetes, and that can be avoided. Now, coming to get more details into Eplimo, you can contact the numbers given below, or you can actually visit the website. At the same time, I just want to share some information with you. Our organization, We Roots, is working with a mission to empower people to take charge of their own health and wellness, so that they can live a long, healthy, productive life, contributing their best to their society. Always remember that people are living long. Yes, thanks to the medical science, so much of new medical science and technology has come up. So it's helping us to live long. But the question is, most of the people, even though they are dying at the age of 90 or 100, but they must have been managing one or other lifestyle disease since from their 50s or 45. I think if someone becomes a diabetic or a hypertension patient, and after that, or get a heart attack in the age of 45, 50, and after that, if you are on medication, you cannot have the same kind of quality of life again. So you're not actually living long. You are actually dying long. You're extending your death. So we are helping people to live long, stay healthy, okay, and so that you can contribute, you can perform at peak levels, and you can contribute the best to the world, best to the society. That's our mission. How do we achieve it? We provide personalized lifestyle modification programs based on genometabolic analysis, and which is being done through a genetic profiling and also a metabolic profiling. And the question of personalize, when it comes to personalization, why should you personalize? Key factor is that genetically, no two persons are the same. Metabolically, also, no two persons are the same. Different genetic and metabolic makeup we all have. One man's food can be another man's poison. Since 2000, I have been giving lectures on wellness and doing various different seminars. And always we used to say that optimal health is a combination of four things. Good food, which is comprising of vitamins, minerals, fiber, good fat, and all those stuff. Fitness, you need to exercise and you need to do yoga or whatever your body should move. Sleep and relaxation, very important. You need to get enough adequate sleep and you need to relax, and positive mental attitude. So this is the WHO's definition of optimal health. It's a combination of good food, nutritious food, fitness, uh, sleep and relaxation, and also positive mental attitude. And this is what I also have been teaching, but I understood now that this is not enough. Had this been enough, these kind of things wouldn't have happened. Saurav Ganguly, a fit man, sportsman, fully active, cool man, and he has got lots of money, having all the nutritious food in the world he can have. But at the age of 48, he had a massive heart attack. We got Puneet Rajkumar, the South Indian superstar, dying on the gym floor. It is not because he didn't have money to buy good nutritious food. He was in the gym floor. So that means he's a fitness freak. KK left us after an event at a very young age. Uh, Mishti Mukherjee, another Bollywood actress, it is being said that because of keto diet, she was her death happened because of keto diet. I'm not sure. So what I'm talking about is why this is happening. It's not because they don't have money. It's not because they are not taking nutritious food. They are not sleeping well. They don't have the life conditions. No, 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 no. What could be the reason? The reason is simple. They are into some or other wellness and health and wellness programs, but they don't know exactly whether that is suiting them or not. You know, we have got cells in our body, 60 to 70 trillion cells, and each of the cells has got nucleus, and inside the nucleus you have chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes, 23 chromosome coming from your father and 23 chromosome coming from your mother. Okay? And that one cell, which is called a zygote, which duplicated and it multiplied, and that is the 60, 70 trillion cells, is actually a copy of one single cell. And that chromosome contains what? DNA, and which is nothing but genes. And what is the gene all about? It's all about information. It carries all the information from your parents, the structure of your hair, the skin tone, your shape of the nose, and all the diseases which they were having. All the information also is getting carried on to your generations and next generations. Now, and these genes have got responsibilities. Now, imagine the skin cells, the tissues, they have got certain functionality which is different from the tissues of your eyes. The tissues of your eyes. Now, the tissues of your skin, they have the property of elasticity, which is not there in the tissues of your eyes, retina. The tissues of your retina has got responsibility to see the world, eyesight. So the genes which are there, all genes are there in all the cells, but at the same time, the genes which are responsible for eyesight is on in the cells in your retina. The genes which are responsible for elasticity is on yours in the cells on your skin. So like that, there are genes which are responsible for your fat metabolism. So that means when you take food, the fat has to be metabolized, and then only your body can absorb it and use it properly. So there are genes which are responsible for it. Suppose if you have those genes which are responsible for fat metabolism impaired or damaged, and if your dietitian put you onto a keto diet, rest assured that you are going to destroy your health. There is in the cardiac related genes, there is a gene which is responsible for something called QT. QT means, your heart beats. There's something like dub, blub, dub, blub, dub, blub. Between these beats, there is a gap, which is called the QT gap or QT interval. It varies from person to person. And you can see when you look at the genetic report, some people have got prolonged QT. It's not a disease, it's okay. But a person who is having a prolonged QT, that you can know only from a genetic test. And if you don't know about it and you go and enroll for an HIIT or a high intensity cardio program, most probably your heart won't be able to tolerate that. When most of the people go into the weight loss program through supplementation, they take some meal replacement drinks. And most of this meal replacement drinks is nothing but high protein drinks. There are genes which are responsible for protein metabolism. If those genes are impaired, and if you put that person into a high protein diet, just imagine what's going to happen. That's the significance and importance of knowing your genetic and metabolic profile before getting into specific health and wellness programs. People just want to reduce weight and get into keto diet, and after that high protein diet, and then go for vegan diet. And I haven't seen people who have got major negative impact after taking vegan diet. Why? You can see that there are many people genetically, if you look at it, they have low concentrations of B12. And what is the source of B12, by the way? The richest source of B12 is all non-vegetarian sources. I'm not saying that there are no vegetarian sources. Non-vegetarian sources are the richest source of protein, B12. And we have seen in many cases where vegan diet has helped a lot of people, but at the same time, people who are genetically deprived of B12, when they get into vegan diet, it's a disaster for their health. So it's so important before you get into any diet plan, any fitness program, any specific wellness program, to know your genetic profile and also the metabolic profile. That's where Eplimo comes into play. So you need to understand the trigger. What's a trigger? The trigger could be this fat. The trigger could be your keto diet. The trigger could be your HIIT exercise. The trigger could be your meal replacement. People think that, he's not smoking, he's not drinking, he's not taking alcohol, he doesn't have any stress. Then why is happening to him? Hopefully, maybe that he got into a new health program. That could be the trigger also. Please understand. So this needs to be understood. So genes, the good genes should be on, the bad genes should be off. I carry genes which can express as coronary artery disease. There is a gene variant in me, which is right now sleeping. It's off. I know which can trigger it to get on. And as from the report, I know what can actually trigger it. So I always avoid that trigger so that, it sleeps. That's brilliance. And we have all this cardiovascular, nutrition, body weight, and metabolism, all genes responsible for all this born, ophthalmic, autoimmune, behavioral reports, gastro, aging, all those genes are being tested. About 275 health conditions are being reported. That's the most exciting part. You will see something like this on your app, like the speedometer kind of thing, where you can see the risk factor and what is the trigger. You will understand the trigger, and you will get a highly personalized lifestyle modification program, which includes all the vegetables, what you can take, what vegetables which you should avoid, what non-vegetarian things we can eat. Can you eat red meat or not? How many cups of coffee is safe for you? How many mLs of alcohol is safe for you if it is safe? All those details you're going to get out of this one program. And this is once in your lifetime, by the way. You don't require to do it again and again, because once you get this and you get the lifestyle modification program in your hand, and you just need to modify your lifestyle, that's it. And you can see that you can actually avoid the triggers and move ahead. You don't require to again and again test it, because the genetic profile never changes. But you can identify the triggers, and you can actually block those triggers or avoid those triggers. That's a brilliance. So this is a one-time affair in your life to give a complete operating manual for your rest of your life, which can actually help you to live a long, healthy, productive years, contributing the best to the world, best to the society. So I am so thrilled, because last 5 years we have helped at least about 7,000 people to modify their lifestyle. And we have seen some amazing results. And why I'm really excited about it is because we are finding that optimal health is possible, but it is personalized. It should be personalized using scientifically proven methods. And that's why it is being said that the well-known geneticist, many of the well-known geneticists right now says that, the child who is going to live more than 1,000 years is already born by these lifestyle modification programs. By 2045, death will be optional. I am not saying it. The authors of the Death of the Death book, they have made the statement. They are both are like Nobel Prize nominees. So what I'm talking about is we are getting into a very different space in the health and wellness. it's going to be completely redefined in the coming days, and in which personalized lifestyle modification is going to be the major thing, and we are actually can support a lot of people doing that. So if you want to know more about it and get into this kind of program, and if you're ready to invest on your own health for your future, connect with us. We are more than happy to provide you more information. There is the phone numbers, there is the website, or some of you must have been invited by your friends who joined this program, because they must have been beneficiaries of this program. So you can contact them, they will also give you more information. So I really wish all of you a fantastic time ahead, and I also wish all of you a long, productive, healthy life, contributing to the best to the world and best to the society. All the very best. Thank you for joining this session, and see you in the next session. Thank you so much. Good night.